verse number 13. Kutastam bodham advaitam atmanam paribhavaya abhasoham brahmam muktva bhavam bahya ata antaram. I, the consciousness, am unchanging. Kutastham, unchanging. Immutable, unchanging. Bodham, knowingness itself. Advaitam, non-dual. Atmanam paribhavaya, recognize this moment to moment to moment. Usually people translate it as meditate on it. Doesn't make sense. Recognize it moment to moment to moment. If you sit and just say, I am Kutastham, I am Kutastham, I am Kutastham, I am not going to get there. Yeah? Recognize this moment to moment to moment. So what are the three qualities you can recognize about yourself? Unchanging, knowingness itself, and non-dual. At what degree of seeing do you see this? At the 10th. 10th degree where you see, oh, all is knowledge. You see knowledge, there is no change in it. Knowledge is knowledge. Yes? Unchanging. Kutastham. I know knowledge. I project knowledge. I am knowledge. There is nothing else other than knowledge. Bodham. And the third, non-dual. There is only knowledge. There is nothing else other than knowledge. Same knowledge has been called as consciousness, it has been called as self, it has been called as Brahman. These are different names of the same. Yeah, but it is non-dual. There is nothing else. It's not like there is something, one thing is called Brahman, another thing is called pure consciousness, another thing is called Atman, another thing is called self. No, then you're confusing yourself. These are different words given to the same thing by different scriptures, different sages, different masters, different languages. Yeah, why? Because all the paths go home when there is only one. Every path will go to the same place. So whoever got there, in whatever language he conversed, he gave it a name in that language. You get it? Shunyata, Purnata. It's not contradictory. It is the language of that time, used by that sage for that kind of audience. Yeah, the recognition of it is important. When you recognize it, you see it, then you understand all these words are one and the same. But how do I know it? Only when I taste it, not by memorizing the words. When I see it, I taste it. So those are the three main qualities mentioned in the first line. He says, recognize this. You see it. That is the meaning of meditate upon it. And it should be a seeing that happens moment to moment to moment. Yes? Why? Because I get stuck in my imagination, which is thought, feeling, sensation, perception, which keeps changing. So I think, oh, it's all changing. No, it's not changing. Look at the background, the space of awareness in which this has been projected. Moment to moment. I recognize the space is unchanging. This is what I am. And this is my projection. Right now I have projected this thought, this feeling, this sensation, this perception. My projection. Is that very clear? Somebody in the one-on-one asked that, does projection mean just my perspective of looking at the world? The world is already there, and then my perspective of looking at the world. Said, no, projection means the world has been projected by me. If it's just my perspective about the world, then it means creation precedes consciousness. But that is not true. What is true in my own inner seeing? Consciousness precedes creation. First I am, therefore the world. It is not that samsara is before me. That is a wrong understanding. Oh, samsara is there, I sleep in that samsara, I wake up in that samsara. Wrong idea. Do you have proof of what you're saying? Show me the proof that the samsara is there when you are asleep. You don't have the proof. No. So, creation does not precede consciousness. Not in my direct seeing. What is there in my direct seeing? First there is consciousness. First there is that sense of I. That I then projects thought, feeling, sensations, perception. The world manifests. I am, therefore, is the world. Very, very clear? So, am I in the samsara or is samsara in me? Samsara is in me. Very, very clear. What is my direct seeing? First I am. Then comes the world. Yes. So that way I have to become very clear. Oh, that which I am, that is always there. Everything is knowledge. Knowingness is knowing only knowledge. When I come to this, I recognize, oh, this knowingness is like an infinite ocean, an infinite space that is non-changing, always there. Yes? In that, there is projection of waking, dreaming, deep sleep states, and their thoughts, there's knowledge, nothing else. Yes? That knowledge appears and disappears, but the ocean, the bed in which they appear and disappear, that is immutable, unchanging. Kutastham. First word is clear? Kutastham. Yeah? Now I have to recognize this. I don't have to memorize it. I don't have to repeat it to myself. I have to recognize it moment to moment. The second word in the verse is bodham. So what do I have to recognize? I am the one that is knowing this knowledge. And this constant knowing only. Yes, there is only the constant knowing. There's nothing more than that. What does that mean? Yes, and I'm only knowing, nothing else. What is nothing else? I am knowing that this body is doing. I am knowing that this body is seeing. I am knowing that this body is hearing. I am knowing that this body is smelling. I am knowing that this body is touching. I am knowing that this body is tasting. I am knowing that thoughts are arising, which have been labeled as the mind.
The thoughts are what?
Are automatically arising. I cannot even say this mind is thinking. That is also just an illusory thought. Yes, I just know that the thoughts are arising and the cluster of thoughts, the bundle of thoughts has been labeled as the mind. A bundle of wise thoughts is arising? Oh, that bundle has been labeled as the intellect. Wise thoughts, no? A bundle of repetitive thoughts is arising. What has that been labeled as? Memory. Yeah? And a thought arises with that notion, I am somebody. That has been labeled as ego. I am knowing all this is happening. And I am knowing very clearly that it is not that this body mind has the ability to think. Yet it is assuming that I am the thinker. I am knowing this illusion. Do you understand? Bodham is so vast. I just, at a very superficial level, did the 8 categories, but it goes deeper. I know that the body is walking. I know that the body is talking. I know that the body is doing this action, washing clothes, washing dishes, so many things, whatever activities are going on. Yeah? I am knowing that this is happening. That is Bodha. Now recognizing this moment to moment, moment to moment, moment to moment. Next is recognizing that I am Advaita. This happens again with seeing number 9 and 10. Only when I see, it's only knowledge. When I see, oh, there is no two, it's all knowledge. Even the knower is knowledge itself. It's just one infinite field of knowingness or one infinite field of knowledge, whichever word you like. In Sanskrit, Keval Jnana. Keval Jnana. Only wisdom or only knowledge. Everything becomes knowledge. It doesn't even have to become knowledge. That is also language. Everything was always knowledge. I thought, this is feeling, this is sensation, this is perception. I put these labels. Yeah, like in the abstract painting, a layman goes and sees shapes and forms and puts names and labels, and the painter says, where do you see all this? I just threw color on canvas. Then you take a step back from your imagination when he says that, and then you see, yeah, it's just all color. Now you stop labeling the way you labeled the Nama Rupa, and you just see all color. Yes, exactly like that. Oh, it's all knowledge. It's all knowledge. It's not even pleasant and unpleasant knowledge. It's not even likable or not likable knowledge. No, it's knowledge, period. There's no good, bad. There's no right, wrong. There's no ugly, pretty. It's just knowledge. Yeah. So even that is an interim stage where we say everything becomes knowledge. And for somebody who's not reached 9 and 10, it's okay to say. The moment you come to 9, 10, you recognize, oh, it was always knowledge. It is knowledge. Yeah. Just like when you see, oh, it was always rope. It was never a snake. Can you see for a few moments there was a snake? The snake never existed. You see that? I have mistakenly labeled this as the world and this as the I. Both the labels are wrong. Rip off these labels. This is a body thought, this is a world thought. Thought. Simply knowledge. Keval Jnana. So, Kutastham Bodham Advaitam Atmanam Paribhavaya. Moment to moment to moment, you recognize that you are unchanging, You are knowingness itself and you are non-dual. First line very clear? And go to the next. Abhasoham brahmam muktva bhavam bahya ata antaram. Give up the illusion that I am reflected consciousness, whether external or internal. Did you do the experiment I told you to stand in front of the two face-to-face mirrors and see the infinity of images? Yes, if you've not done it, see that you do it today. Yeah. So when you stand in front of two mirrors which are kept at that proper angle, where when you stand in the center and you see the infinity of images in the mirrors, yeah, then you understand the meaning of reflected consciousness. Only after you see it in your direct seeing, that from the deep sleep state first arises the sense of I, the I thought, the witness consciousness. That is a reflection of pure consciousness. The drop is not different from the ocean. The wave is the same as the ocean. So that which arises from the ocean obviously is the ocean. It's not different. It's a reflection of the ocean. Now this I then projects some sensation. That sensation is reflection of the I. It projects, maybe in the dream, whatever you are projecting, running away from the tiger. There is a sensation of running, the body running, panting, heavy, breathing. A sensation has been projected in the dream. Then there is probably the sound of the tiger. That is the perception of sound. That is a reflection of the I. The fear of the I only, no? Then there is the entire sight of the tiger as if it's jumping on me or scratching me. Yeah, this is also a reflection of the fear of the I. The tiger jumping, perception of sight. Maybe you escape the tigers and you're still running. You have sweat. Sweat. You can actually smell the sweat. You can feel the trickling sweat. Perception of smell of your own sweat is there. Maybe it goes into your own mouth. It's the taste of your own sweat. You see, oh, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, all is a reflection of the I. So all perceptions are reflection of the I. The sensation of running, the feet stamping on the ground, that is the reflection of the I. The fear that is there, the emotion, the feeling, the strong fear, reflection of the I. Thought that I have to find a way to escape the tiger. The tiger will kill me. Whatever the thought, reflection of the I. It's like the I standing in front of a hall of mirrors. And there's perception of sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, thought, feeling, sensations. Stand in front of a mirror. The one that is standing in front of the mirror is the pure consciousness. The reflection is the I.
Right.
Now that is being reflected in the other mirror. There is another mirror face to face of that mirror in the hallway. So now you will see reflection there. Yes? So now you see maybe the mind, then you see the body, you see the world. Yeah? Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch is world. So you see these multiple reflections on both sides. Yeah? So one reflection reflects another one, that reflects the next one, that reflects the next one. That's the infinity of reflections. All these are reflected. It's all reflections, so it is all called reflected consciousness. Sanskrit word Chitta Chaya. We have done this in Drig Drishya Viveka. That's the Advaita level 1 scripture. It's called Chitta Chaya. Chitta Chaya, was the word given by Adi Shankaracharya in the text Drigdrishya Viveka. Ashtavakra calls it Abhas. And when he says Abhasoham, I have this illusion that I am that reflected consciousness. Means I am this body. Body is a reflection of the I.
Oh, okay.
So Abhasoham means I am the reflected consciousness. In short words, I am the body. I am the mind. I am the person. That is Abhas. That is the reflected consciousness. Is this clear? Sensation means body. Thought and feeling means mind. I am the body mind. When you believe I am the body mind, then you're believing I am the reflected consciousness. Yes? He's saying Brahmam Muktva. You drop this illusion. Drop the illusion. Give up the illusion that I am reflected consciousness. Both externally and internally. Why? Because you still consider the world is external to this body. Yes, because you still believe I am the body mind. So he's saying you drop the Abhasoham externally also, internally also. What is externally? Tell me.
The world,
Yes, means
perceptions,
perception of sight, sound, smell, taste, touch falls in the external domain. What falls in the internal domain?
mind and body.
Yes, sensations, thoughts, and feelings.
And both of those are reflected, internal and external.
Yes, both are reflections. Where did the reflection begin?
Begins pure consciousness. Pure consciousness, but then goes to that.
Yes, yes. So right here, at I, the reflection has begun. Yeah, this is the first reflection of the pure consciousness, and then this, its story, projection, is the reflection of the I. Yeah, now I just described it in such a way that in the dream you had all 8. Not in every dream do you see all 8. This is just my explanation. Yeah, but attempt to recognize this reflection within reflection in your dream tonight. When you sit down on the bed to remind yourself, I do not sleep, before the Swapna Nidra Nyan Sadhana, add one word line. May I recognize the reflected consciousness in my dream state. Just a soft intention, not a prayer to any god. May I recognize the reflected consciousness in my dream state today. So how will I apply this now? Very simple. Recognizing I am not the listener of Ekta's words. I am the knower of the listener. Are you knowing the listener right now? Yes. I am not the one making notes. I am the knower of the one making notes. You get it? So like that only you continue doing this exercise moment to moment to moment to moment. Yes. If there is pain in the body, if there's pain in the knee, oh, I am not the one that is hurting. I am the knower of the one that is saying that I am hurting. Similarly, you'll go back home and things happen. There is disease in the body. Yeah? I am not diseased. I am the knower of the one that is suffering from this disease. Yeah? It's a moment to moment recognition. Yes? You cannot stop. You cannot say, okay, I'm done. I did it at the retreat. Now I should get enlightened. Now. No. It's a moment to moment recognition. Yeah. Atmanam paribhavaya. Means moment to moment you recognize it. Don't meditate upon it. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm the knower, I'm the knower, I'm the knower, I'm only the knower, I'm the knower. No, it's not going to work. Please do not meditate on it like that. No chanting, no repetition. Recognition. Recognize it moment to moment to moment. Is this clear? Yeah, it's a very short, simple verse. It's like a key, a master key. Now, this is how I apply. It's an application sutra. Some sutras are manana sutras. What is manana? You contemplate on the knowledge. This is an application sutra, nididhyasa. Nididhyasa sutra means that which is telling you how to apply the knowledge. And what do you do every time doership comes up, experiencership comes up? Oh, my stomach is hurting. Oh, my stomach is hurting. Ah. Hey, you forgotten witness. You're in that stomach. Ah. Oh, I'm not hurting. Only this. I am the knower of the one whose stomach is hurting. I must have eaten something wrong. No, I am the knower of the one who ate something wrong. Correct yourself. Correct your stand again and again and again and again. Yes? Again and again. I give you a very simple example. Stomach ache. Your stomach aches are big out there. You check those aches. After 10 days when you go back, oh, your 10 days absence made this happen. That big ha. And then you stop in the middle of the ha. What am I doing? No. I am the knower of the one who did ha. Yes? Very clear how this is the application sutra? I apply this. Yes? So you have to start doing this from now on.
Which one was the Manana Sutra?
If you feel you are free, you are free. If you feel you're bound, you're bound. I don't even understand it. First I have to sit and do manana. What does it mean? Then I see. I work on my inner seeing. I recognize, yes. Whenever I thought that I'm bound by that, I was bound. When I felt this is of no concern to me, I could withdraw from that argument. Oh yes. So I did manana. I contemplated, I brought up a past memory and I understood the knowledge. That's Contemplation Sutra. This is Nididhyasa Sutra. What to do? What to do? Direct command, what needs to be done? Direct command is? What is the direct command here?
Give up the idea.
Give up that illusion. Give up that illusion. Brahma Muktva. Give up that illusion that I am reflected consciousness. And moment to moment recognize I am immutable, I am all-knowing, I am non-dual. Why does the witness suddenly become and feel that I am this body-mind? Why couldn't the witness since childhood know I'm separate and just stay there? So see, just because it's so close to you, because you know this so well, that you think that you are doing it or experiencing it. Mm-hmm. So the tadatma happens because the knowing is so close. Yes? Mm-hmm. There is no recognition that I cannot do. There is an assumption I can do because I know. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is.
It's very hard to separate those out.
Yes.
Very hard.
Yes. That is called inner seeing. You have to be like so one-pointed, detail-oriented, see so acutely that you don't miss even like a second. Yes, that's when you can actually demarcate the fine line of simply knowing versus doing or experiencing. The I can stand alone. It's just not used to it. You've not given it that freedom to stand alone. It's become dependent. It wants to hook onto something. You didn't teach it that you can stand alone. See, stand alone and see. You didn't give it that opportunity. Now, with this kind of Nididhyasa Sutra practices, you're giving it that opportunity to stand alone by itself, stand on its own spine. And it recognizes, oh, I am strong. Because truth can stand alone. Truth does not need supports. Yeah, it does not need a shoulder to lean on. Truth can stand alone. So it learns very quickly. Provided you have the courage to shun the lies. You have to have the courage to shun the lies to allow the I to stand on its spine. It can stand alone all the time, continuously, moment to moment, knowing this is only a projected knowledge. If you progress from thought to knowledge, this is just knowledge, nothing else. It's a short sutra. Very clear? Yes? So he has already given you an instruction in the sutra. What is to be done? Just give up the illusion. There is no question of how. Give it up. You already saw it is all lies. All he's saying, give up. There is no how to it. Give up. It's lies. How do I stop being fake? Stop being fake. There's no how to it. There's no method to how do I stop pretending. Stop pretending. Be with the truth. Clear? Verse 13.